Hey there, Saints. This is Frank, and welcome to this week's Sermon Spark Notes. As a church, this past Sunday, we're in the midst of our Sex Talk series, third week in the midst of this series. And this past Sunday, we launched the first part of our two-part conversation on the LGBTQIA+ community and the challenge that we as Christians face in being able to minister and reach out to that community. And this past Sunday, our focus was on sexual orientation, and next week we'll wrap up that conversation by focusing on identity issues. And one of the things I was reflecting on this teaching and wanted to make sure that got communicated and expressed is this idea of threat. I think as Christians, most of us are really familiar with the idea of what it feels like to have opposition to what we believe, the things we believe about God and Christ, and to be mocked and feel like we're victims when it comes to the way we choose to live out our faith and our lifestyle choices and life decisions, and how it seems it's so much at odds with the rest of the world. And we know what that feels like. And we package it in words like spiritual warfare. And one of the things I wanted to have our people understand is there is a community that feels that same way, in that they are victims, and the oppressors, the threats, are actually us, Christians. And that group is the LGBTQIA+ community. That for them, we're the threats, that everyone else is willing to accept who they are and what they believe and what they do. And for us, it's the Christians alone that stand in opposition, threatening their beliefs, their lifestyle, their life choices and decisions, and calling it wrong and wanting to do something about it or have them change. And that's a really interesting dynamic that I think is important for us to be aware of, because both sides in this conversation feels like the other side is threatening them, right? And that we get scared and we're holding our swords against each other's throats. And I hope, one of my hopes is that going through this series trains us to imagine what it would be like if, as Christians, we take on the charge of Christ, to be the ones that back off, to lay our swords down and begin bridge building. And so this week, that's what I would love to have our church consider. Maybe not in the form of discussion questions this week, but in the form of a prayer. I want to challenge you all, saints, just this week, just to be praying about the people that God has put in your life, the burden He gives you to minister to and care for them, and to do so in a way that honors and pleases Him, with love, compassion, with arms extended and not folded. I would love for you to pray for that, to have a spirit like Paul, who says, I will become all things to all men, so that by many means I might see some saved, and to have that spirit this week. Love you, saints, and have a great and blessed week.